Hey folks, Tanner Cherney up here in Devils Lake, North Dakota. Yes, I am hunkered in my garage. Nice cup of coffee. It's nasty outside, so unfortunately I'm not on the ice right now. It's about 50, 60 mile an hour gusts out there. Actually a blizzard warning up here in Ramsey County. It's brutal conditions, so I'm actually getting stuff ready. Looks like things hopefully will die down here later this weekend. Hopefully we have some decent weather. We've got the Shiver Fest going on. Kids ice fishing tournaments. We always hope for great weather for that. Just wanted to check in, give you guys an update on ice conditions, how the bite has been, and now we're moving through the latter part of February. March Madness is right around the corner, which I'm not talking about basketball. I'm actually talking about some of the best ice fishing that I think is on this lake, and that's when we have good weather. Spawn is right around the corner. These walleyes get super aggressive. It's game time. So I love March ice fishing. So right now is the perfect time to get geared up for that. Over the last week or so, we've definitely had some different weather changes from, anywhere from a 30-degree temperature swing in 24 to 48 hours to winds completely switching around throughout a day. So when that happens, yes, the bite definitely does slow down, especially perch and walleye go into a little bit more of a negative funk. But with a 160,000 acre lake out there, there's always fish biting somewhere. It's just a matter of finding them and a matter of figuring out what they want. And over the last few years, what I've really noticed is when you get these kind of fronts coming through and the bite definitely slows down, if you downsize your presentation, it helps a lot. You might pick up not as many fish as you'd expect, but you're definitely gonna pick up a few fish here and there, and it's one way to make sure that that line is the rod's staying bent and you're catching a few fish even in the adverse conditions. So I wanted to show you a couple little ideas on what I use this time of year when we have such temperature swings or pressure changes, wind changes, and we just get a little bit of a negative bite going. First thing I like to do is downsize to a tungsten jig. Now that's my typical perch setup. I also run small jig and spoons when it comes to perch, but tungsten jigs seem to be a great option. What I like to do in my house is have two holes drilled. One for jigging a rattle and blade spoon. Seems to gather the fish's attention, and if you're looking on your graph, you'll notice a lot of these fish will come up, come down. They'll look, but they're not interested. And when you do that, and you got their attention, you drop a full minnow down on a tungsten jig next to it. Seems like, 60, 70% of the time you'll get those non-active fish to commit to a full minnow on such a small presentation versus the aggressive jig and spoon. So just an idea to try if you're gonna be up here this weekend or the next couple weeks as this weather kind of goes up and down over the next week or so. Downsized presentations, plain hook, tungsten jigs, bobbers are all great tactics when you're looking at finicky walleyes and finicky perch. When you do hit those windows where the pressure's been level for a few days, the bite's rolling. One of my favorite lures right here is this Northland buckshot. And this year, I've had great luck with the Wonder Bread color. The white on it gives you the small white bass color. I had a lot of fish, especially this summer in my boat, that were puking up small little white bass fingerlings. So that's a great color to choose. You've got the white, you've got the red in it that contains a little bit of blood color, red hooks. So a lot of things going in that color, but I also like the orange. Orange and white, red is always a good one in the evening bite. I've probably got 6 or 7 different colors I use throughout the day, but great options. Ice conditions, the snow has definitely hardened with some of the rain that we had over the last week and snow. So things are looking good. Access is getting a lot better. You can get around with just tires, vehicles. Just gotta be a little bit more methodical about where you're going. But if you do have access to tracks or snowmobiles, you'll be able to move around a lot quicker. But we're excited. We're hoping the weather straightens out. We'll get you an on the ice report next week once the wind's not blowing hurricane style. Looking forward, excited to see what everyone's doing. If you're in Devils Lake this weekend, we got Shiver Fest going on. Kids ice fishing tournament, Frozen Fanning 5K run. There's fireworks out at the Woodland Resort tomorrow night, hot chocolate, s'mores, free cross-country skiing at the golf course. So if you're in the Devils Lake area and you get off the ice, or you just want a little break from fishing for the day, or you caught your limit already, a lot of things going on. Visit devilslakend.com to see all the activities, and we hope to see you on the ice this weekend. Share all your adventures with us using #DevilsLakeND, and we'll see you next week.